Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is going to be your March general message for March 2022. Okay. Watch your Sun, Moon, Rising for any additional messages. There is no feelings. There are no feelings showing up here. In fact, we've got all swords. 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords reversed, 2 of Swords. Conflict. Let me just put this into perspective for you really quick. I'm blue, I'm dee, I'm da. That's the song. Oh boy. That's what it is. If you've been blue, you've been sad. There's healing. This is like deep though. Like this is like deep wounds. It doesn't feel like past energy. It feels like there's something happening right now and you don't know how to get through it. It almost feels like if you look at this card, this conflict card, this is like one sailor on the boat. And where did all the people go? Where did all the people go? Can't find anybody, don't see anybody. And it's like, did you throw them off the ship in anger? Or did they just fall off the boat? Right? So what does that even mean? It feels like you're all alone in the middle of the ocean on a boat, trying to steer your way through back to shore. But it almost feels impossible. It's almost like you're saying, it's like, okay, this is what this is. You're in survival mode. But it also feels like you're very lonesome. You're very alone. It feels like you're alone, but you're not. Look at this person in the 4 of Swords and look at all those beings around her in this. And it actually kind of looks like a merman. Doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter. But this merfolk is in the middle and surrounded by this being are these other beings. I feel like that's your spirit team, your spirit guides, your higher self. This is everyone that you can't see, and some of you can see, I know. But all the, like, the people that you can't see, so like your ancestors are there. And they're all guiding you into where you need to go. I feel like because this came upright, this shows me that you are trying to heal. You are trying to meditate. You're trying to find your peace in the conflict, in the chaos that's happening all around you. And the only way you feel like you know how to do that is to isolate. But it's like you're shutting the world out. But as long as you know you have your guides here, I guess that's good enough for now. Because it seems like looking at these, you're being a little secretive. You're not secretive, but you're just like, it almost feels like I'm not telling people my business. And that's with an attitude. But that's just what it feels like. You feel like I don't have to tell anybody what's going on with me. It's whatever. It's interesting. I love this deck. It's such an interesting depiction of what's happening here, but it's like, I don't want to hear what anyone else has to say. My sword is good enough to fight this fight. I don't need to start a war. But again, I feel like people are gonna find out anyway. I mean, that's neither here nor there. But it's really the point of, it also feels like Why didn't you tell me sooner? You know, is how people are going to feel, because I do feel like you are going to start opening up a little bit more about what's happening here. With the Two of Swords, it just seems like you're fighting with everyone. You're pushing people out, but also the conflict has to do with another person, it seems. Now, yeah, sure, it could be someone in your household, like a spouse or something along those lines, a sibling. It could be at work. You're kind of like fighting the fight, but something you need to, it seems like you need to talk about. Right time, quick and soon. So it's like you're gonna know when the right time is, but it's like don't delay on that. Don't delay. But also, it's interesting. Everything is all icy. Everything here is just like cool. And by cool, I mean cold. And by cold, I mean cruel. And by cruel, it's just you're cut off. Like there's no feelings. But then Cancer comes out. And that's the complete opposite. So to me, this is saying that you need to find balance here. And this card did come up upright. So this is having compassion, being vulnerable, being loving. Don't cut off from your feelings, because it seems like you're numbing all the feelings that are coming up. And if you're doing that, you may not be dealing with something that you need to do with it. It's almost like an avoidance of something because of this. There's just a lot of fighting. Oh, look at this. The Knight of Swords, the King of Swords. There's a lot of aggression here. So you could be dealing with an aggressive person and you're just trying to figure out how I can do this. Now, the Knight of Swords is usually a male in their mid-20s. Doesn't have to be, but I'm just throwing that out there. And the King is older. So you could be a parent with a child and you're dealing with like a disobedient child, an aggressive child, a stubborn child. Again, let me skew off the path of children, because it doesn't have to be that you have children. But it could just be that you're older dealing with someone younger or just immature. And this person maybe doesn't know how to handle their emotions, doesn't really know how to handle life. And it always seems like I'm trying to guide you, but if you look, they have their backs to each other. No one wants to listen to anybody. It's like you have the answers. No, I have the answers, and I don't want to hear what you have to say. It's what that is. Someone is angry. Someone is aggressive. Someone is aggressive. It's just causing a lot of upheaval, a lot of even the wands here. It's just like I don't even want to fight anymore. It's like just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Someone does feel a little left out. I feel like whatever approach you're taking to deal with this, which I'm going to get some advice on how to approach this. But however you're approaching this, it needs to come from a very... It's the Cancer energy, loving, the compassion. You have to come from a place of empathy or sympathy, kind of like putting yourself in the other person's shoes to really understand what they're going through, what they're feeling. Because whatever you're feeling, you're just pissed. You're pissed at them. But I feel like you're not the angry one. You're just mad because it's hard for you to figure out what to do in this situation. But you are going to figure it out, especially with that King of Swords, especially with that Four of Swords. If you're meditating and you're that was too many, and you're using your mind, you're using your logic. That's what this is. You're trying to figure this out. We got two. I'll take them both. Oof, but you're impatient like a mug. You are impatient. You're just like, no, we got to get this ball rolling, moving now. It feels very brisk, very fast. Like, hurry up. This is not my anger. I am like getting annoyed is what this feels like. Nine of Cups reversed. King of Wands reversed. Ten of Cups. Okay. what's happening now is not the way you envisioned it. It's not how you want it to be. It's not even probably what you talked about. It feels like there was a deal and the deal was broken. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why someone's pissed. And you could be pissed. You could be the pissed one. It's okay. But it's like we had a deal and they're not, the other person involved here is not really following through. So it's almost like you want to give up on them, but you're trying not to. You may have moments where you want to give up, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're not. I mean, do what you want, but it looks like you're not. Because you really love this person. And like I said, it could be a child, it could be a parent, it could be a sibling, a lover, a cousin, doesn't matter. This person you care very deeply about. It's someone that I hear, I'll do anything for you. And it's mutual. It is mutual. But I'm seeing that you have the support, but because you're kind of being quiet a little bit, it's almost like you're not using your resources. You're not using the resources around you. And like I said, Temperance in reverse, you're being impatient. There's a lot of swords here. I'm not getting any specific signs, so I'm not even going to go there except for Sagittarius and Pisces with the High Priestess. But, oh, my ear's ringing. This happened, I think, last time I did you guys' reading, Taurus. But anyway, you're just being reminded to kind of work your magic here. And also trust in the timing that things are going to work out. You're not going to give up on this. You're not walking away because you're just... Here's the thing. It's going to sound contradictory, but you're emotionally invested despite you trying to cut off your emotions, okay? You're emotionally invested, and that's really it. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it could also be too, like now that I'm saying that out loud, it could also be that you're trying not to react from an emotional space. And so you feel like logic is the best way to go. Communication is definitely here, absolutely, with the throat chakra. And especially with all this blue. And it's not just all blue because this is the mermaid deck. Like this is like, you know, this isn't exactly blue here. It's just to kind of show you what I'm talking about here. But I'm loving, you can probably see all the cards. It's like all this blue, again, it's also healing though. Why did I pick that one up? Yeah, because you found some things out and you weren't exactly happy about it. But instead of acting from a place of anger, which is actually your lower chakras, you're being asked to operate more from the heart chakra up. Okay, so I'm gonna briefly explain because I'll be talking forever about chakras, but heart chakra is coming from that place of compassion. It's like Cancer energy. Throat chakra talking, you know, with your voice. You can't see solutions, but your third eye can see everything that's happening, okay? And then your crown needs to light, and you need to be an open portal for spirit to come in and give you these messages. You are going to be guided, but not right away, okay? You may not be guided right away. You're having a human experience. I don't even know why I'm saying this, but you're having a human experience, so deal with it in the human way. But never forget that your guides and spirit is guiding you through this, even if it doesn't feel like it, because you think that you need to know all the answers, but you don't. You don't have all the answers, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Discern what feels right. Feel is coming through heavy, okay? Also with that Cancer card, there's an indicator that this may kind of trickle through the springtime, but by summer things are going to start looking up. The sun will come out again. The sun will shine. Let me see if there's anything else. I'm going to give it as soon as I said I was going to give it 3 shuffles. 2 cards popped out. One moment. Okay. Yeah, a little stressed out. I'm also getting like this has to do with the home. Okay. And I say that, and then right under the Nine of Swords, we had the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which kind of solidifies that. So, either a person in your home, some of you may have lost a home, looking for a home, trying to sell a home. Something is wrong with the home life. Something is wrong with your external environment. And it just feels like you're trying to get it back. You're trying to get your peace restored. You're trying to find your happiness again, because it just feels there's a lot of anger, aggression, frustration. I'm seeing tears, sadness, things like that. I didn't even see what came out here. Sorry. Eight of Swords, Four of Cups reversed. Okay. Oh. There's a lot of in your head. A lot going on up here, because you're trying so hard to figure out, why is this happening? You're trying to figure out solutions to a problem. But your answers are going to come in the quietest times of your day, the quietest times in your life. When you're not trying to take action on something, when the fighting has dwindled and you calm down. Don't operate or say things when you're angry either, because that is going to be a problem. Also, watch your vices. So, overindulging in food, alcohol, drugs, things like that. Could be a problem. Or that is the problem at home. Someone doesn't like that someone is doing those things. Could be that. But if that's you, just be careful with those things. Just be careful, okay? I'm not gonna dwell, and we've been going. 1717 may be significant for some of you, so look that up. UFO, keeping secrets, kind of goes back to that Seven of Swords in reverse, kind of things being revealed, but also you keeping things to yourself, not wanting to open up. And then Cauldron comes out, thinking, chemistry, ideas brewing, because you're trying to figure something out. You're trying to figure out solutions because you don't know. But also, some of you need to call on your star family, your starseed family. If you know which one you're linked to, call on them and they're going to help you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if that freaks you out, ignore what I just said. But those of you who do know, you know. And just kind of call on them and they will guide you through it. Call on spirit, okay? That's where you're going to get your best ideas from. I'm almost getting like in your sleep too. Pay attention to your dreams. Write them down. There's messages there. You are traveling in your sleep to the astral, and that's where you're getting your answers. And so you don't have to think too hard about it, because you're going to get these downloads in your sleep and it's going to come natural to you. You're going to have like an aha moment that's going to kind of pull you out of it. But right now you're just kind of being asked to handle this the best way possible that you know how, and just try to come from a place of compassion. Okay, don't cut off your emotions, and you're trying to, but that's not authentically what you want to do. So don't be resistant. Okay, and you'll know what I mean. I kind of feel like this is all over the place, so hopefully this like makes sense. Ask help from others. Ask help from others. Okay. Ask help from others. The others, okay? And you also got unlikely. So unlikely, I feel like, is things happening very, very quickly, and they're going to happen in time and at its own pace. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this message. I hope it made sense. Watch your sun, moon, rising for any additional messages, and I'll see you next time. Bye.